Hey Virgo, and welcome to your spiritual messages for the month of January, and of course any other time that you're guided to watch, as the intention of my messages is always to be timeless. And if this message does not resonate, please don't forget to check your other placements, because according to the astrology in the sky, you could be resonating with another placement than just your sun sign. Alright, and if you'd like to learn any more information about me, like my social media accounts, or to inquire about a reading, you can check all that information in the description box below. Okay, so today it's just going to be a general reading. It's not going to be about love. Love can come to the forefront, and I'm not going to ignore it if it does, obviously, but the focus is just you, Virgo, and anything you need to know during this time frame. All right, so let's see what is in store for you. All right, Spirit, what does Virgo need to know during this time frame? All right, I'm going to do 3 cards. Going to do one for yourself, like what's at the center of your energy right now, your obstacle, your challenge, and then what you need to know. So let's start with the self. What's the energy of Virgo right now? There we go. Beautiful. We have passion ignited. Oh, 3 cards came out. Let's see, how should I do this? You know what, I'm not going to take them all because I just want one at a time. It just confuses, throws the flow off a little bit. Sorry. Alright, what is your challenge? Maybe you could have been, yeah, that could have been your challenge, all those 3 cards. Okay, your challenge is balance. And lastly, what do they need to know? 8 of Swords, trapped in fear. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have truth. This is judgment. All right, Virgo. So, in your recent past, with this at the background, as a background energy, there was definitely a sort of revelation that you had, an awakening of sorts, and that's kind of where you're at right now, right? This could be the reason why there's this passion ignited in you. This is the Ace of Wands. And I feel like you've just come to some hard, cold truths, right? Whether it was an easy truth, a hard truth, a truth that you've been waiting for, just definitely you had an awakening. That's beautiful. I like that a lot. Yeah, look at that. Right underneath that we have universe, which is the world. Let me see if it will focus. Yeah, so there's definitely some cycles that you're closing up here, and it's because of this truth, this revelation that you had. Obviously, it's different for everyone, but it's like you had a spiritual awakening, like something in you just kind of like snapped, just like the switch turned on. And you see how there's like a galaxy, if you look through the pathway there. I feel like you've been on a spiritual ascension and you just keep going in and in and in. Yeah, and I feel like it's been a journey for sure. Because the way she's kind of got like a little pouch there, and the way she's dressed, I feel like she's been on a journey of sorts, spiritual journey that you've definitely been undergoing, and it's been a while. Let's see what that's about. What is this truth that Virgo has been brought to the light about? Sorry, guys. These stacks are just so huge and my hands are small. And after a while, it does get painful. There we go. Okay, let's see. What was this truth? You have the 5 of Swords. Ooh, maybe you guys have been kind of moving a little bit egotistical. And then we have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck with your energy. Oh, sorry. Not your energy. Could be your energy. I was going to say with Pisces energy here, you could have Pisces in your chart. And then we have Justice right underneath that, which is the same card over here with Balance. So I feel that, yeah, this awakening could have been somebody in your life that could have been moving very egotistically, or you could have. Virgo, where you were moving in a way that left others feeling like they were left hanging by you. Maybe you weren't watching out for others, you only were watching out for yourself, and that was that awakening you had, right? Because when we're spiritually ascending, it's a harsh awakening, because you're recognizing all your faults and all your weaknesses, and you're realizing where you've been treating people badly, and then you feel really bad because about it. And that could have been your truth, that you recognize your faults, and that your fault could have been this. The Five of Swords, moving very ambitiously towards one's own goal, but leaving others feeling really bad. And that caused you to go into the Hangman energy, to seek enlightenment, to go within and recognize that maybe you've been the bad guy this whole time, right? And now you're trying to bring justice to the situation, but you're having trouble with that, because that is your challenge over here. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there. I know I'm gonna probably be moving stuff around as I go. Okay, so what's at the energy of you right now, Virgo? What's at the center is the Ace of Wands, passion ignited. So there's something definitely that's sparking your interest. There's a new beginning, a passionate new beginning. And that's probably why I feel like you also had a spiritual awakening. You know, you see how there's like the flame is just kind of being like ignited in your heart and soul. And that's what I feel. And that could have been when you had this awakening of sorts with the truth over here. You know, you're closing out this cycle, whatever that may have been for you. Could have been this low vibrational way of moving with the Five of Swords, and you're closing out that chapter, and you're recognizing your faults, and you're moving into a passionate new beginning, because now you're recognizing who you are and who you want to be. Yeah, like you're closing your eyes and going within for sure during this time. And you're feeling good about it though. Like it's the passion you've been waiting for. It's what you've always wanted. Yeah, let's get some clarification. What is this passionate new beginning for Virgo? Ace of Cups. Nice, another new beginning. So it could be a new relationship or just a new phase in life, a new phase in the current connections you have. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it very well could be. It's like you found the passion that you've been waiting for in this love and romance. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck over here. So it is a change. There is a shift. There is an awakening, like I said. For sure, there's a significant awakening happening within you, Virgo. And it's because you were able to recognize this truth about yourself. And now you're moving in a more genuine and authentic place. In your relationships, in your own energy, right? When you're alone by yourself, it's like you're just being genuine and authentic towards yourself. And that's this awakening you've been undergoing. So that's really beautiful. You're filling up your own cup. That's what I feel there, right? It's like there's no other love that's important but self-love first. And when you finally started filling your own cup, you're able to manifest another person to share the cup of love with. And with that, you manifested this passionate beginning with them too. Yeah, so if you're single, you're definitely going to manifest this passionate connection that you've always wanted. And if you're already in a relationship, it's just like a fresh new start in the relationship is what I'm definitely feeling here. It's like a new change. You guys could be seeing each other differently in better ways. Yeah. It's like if the relationship was fizzy now, it's like, boom, there it is again. And it's because of you, Virgo. You had to do with this change because you were able to recognize your truths. Maybe you were treating your partner a certain way, right? Moving in a certain light, and you stopped and you realized that you need to be more genuine. So your challenge is balance, justice here. So I feel like you may still be struggling with that a little bit. You recognize it though, and that's the beauty of it, is that you're recognizing your faults You know, Virgos are very overcritical of themselves first and foremost before they criticize anybody else. You know, you could be criticizing yourself. So if you've been treating others like this, it's only telling of how you've been treating yourself. And like I said, love doesn't start anywhere but within yourself, and that's where you're at. But you could still be struggling with it a little bit because, you know, you're not gonna just change overnight. It's really hard to, you know, destroy old belief patterns, you know, even just a short amount of time. It's not just going to happen out of nowhere where you're like, oh, okay, all of a sudden I'm this spiritually awakened person who has all the answers and going to treat everyone in a way. It's like, it's not like that at all. You're still going to have your challenges within yourself, and you could be struggling with balance right now. Look at that. We have 1, 1, 1 here. Again, with the new beginnings. Spiritually new beginnings here, new awakenings for sure. This could have all happened as the year was ending and a new year was starting. Sorry, old year was ending, new year was starting. But let me just show you how he looks. Very like spiritually inclined, right? Like the angel wings and everything. You could be looking for answers higher up than the 3D. You could be manifesting or just utilizing your resources during this time too, or having trouble with that. Okay, why are they struggling with balance? 8 of Wands, Queen of Swords. Let me get one more. 4 of Wands. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Pentacles. So you could be struggling with balance because you could still be being greedy, Virgo, with your energy, with your time, with your resources, right? And Spirit is saying, let go. You see how he's holding on to them and he's letting go of them? Like there's nothing on his hand. He's letting it go. Like all these little trinkets that he has there, they're being let go. I feel like you guys need to let go. You could be holding on to something that's like straining on your energy and refraining from you having balance in yourself right now, because it could be affecting your partnerships during this time. With the 4 of Wands here, okay, this is all about stability and commitment and a foundation, right? Because if you notice the 4 of Wands, it's like you need 4 of these to keep like a grounded energy. Even though this is fire energy, it's just very grounded energy though. It's like, it's a foundation. And it takes 2 people to really enjoy a home, right? So that could be the struggle there, that there could be an imbalance at home, and you feel that that's where most of these new beginnings are being prevented from starting, right? Because then we have the 8 of Wands. This is all about movement and action. And here we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords tells it like it is. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. She speaks her mind for sure. So that could be where you're struggling, Virgo, with communication and action and a stable home life. And that could be throwing off your balance here, because you're not, again, like I said in the earlier, that you're not being your authentic self, or at least you weren't being your authentic self. You're moving in a certain light, and that's what's going to carry on into your reality, because if you're not speaking your mind, you're not being true to yourself. But I feel like there's a move that needs to be made here, and it hasn't been made yet, and that's why there's balance as your challenge. There's definitely something that needs to be communicated. I feel like you need to stand your ground, or just be like real with yourself. Be true to yourself and those around you. All right. Okay, so what you need to know, Virgo, is 8 of Swords, trapped in fear. So that could be where this balance is coming off, where it's being affected, because you're trapped in fear. Maybe that's why you're not telling your truth. You're not voicing your opinion. You're not telling someone how you feel, because you're trapped in fear. maybe yourself, like your higher self, wants these new beginnings with the Ace of Cups and the Passion ignited. Maybe you want those new beginnings, but this fear keeps you at a stalemate. And you know, that's all just perception, right? Fear is an illusion. It's real. Yes, fear is real, but it's not as powerful as you think it is. You're more powerful than you know. Okay, let's see. What is Virgo trapped in fear about? Death. Wow. Change and transformation. The Empress. Interesting. The King of Swords. There's the communication again that needs to be had. So there's definitely this change that you're fearing, and it has to do something with this Empress. Whether that's somebody in your life, it could be a mother figure or just a very strong feminine figure in your life. Maybe there's someone you're afraid of disappointing, and because you make this grand new change in your life, you may be fearing that you're going to fail and disappoint this Empress. Take it as it resonates. It could be you, right? You could be feeling like you're not living up to your own expectation, Virgo, and that's really hard because I know Virgos have very high expectations on themselves, and you could be feeling like you're not going to live up to your expectation of being the Empress or exuding those qualities of an Empress because you're not changing and transforming as you should. You could be fearing yourself during this time. Yeah, and then with the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, there's just, again, more communication that needs to be had. There's just something that's not being communicated. It's not here, but this deck does have the chakras in here, but it's not here, but I'm seeing it, that the throat chakra is blocked a little bit. Or like the solar plexus, just something about like being able to express yourself is being blocked at this time. But like you want it. Why, right? Sorry. Like you want this new beginning, but it's being blocked by your own mental trappings, by not being able to speak the truth in the ways that you'd like. Kind of want to get one more card because this death. Let's see, what is this change about? Wow. Eight of Swords again. Same card as this one. You could just be fearing change, and that's what it is. It's that. You have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Could be with a connection. Maybe this new beginning is away from the current connection that you're in, and you're afraid of disappointing the person that you're with, or you want a new beginning, like you want to be single and you're afraid of hurting someone's heart. Interesting. Let me get one more card because I was not expecting that card to pop up. Obviously not, but you know what I mean. Look at it. Nothing wants to come out. Like I said, throat chakra blockage for sure. Virgo, you need to speak your truth. You need to release yourself of your mental shackings. Jesus Christ. I feel like you guys are going to have a word vomit. When you decide to speak the truth, it's going to come out like a fucking word vomit for sure. Give me 1 second while I get that card. Okay, yeah, like I said, it may be coming out as a word vomit because look at that, the Emperor. So it could be a divine connection. You could be fearing disappointing the Emperor or the Empress. Take it as it resonates. Damn. I'm going to keep getting clarification because what the hell is going on, Virgo? Temperance. Okay. Well, Temperance is all about divine timing, right? Having patience with the way things are working out. maybe, okay. Oh, okay. It's all coming to me now. Maybe there's an emperor or just somebody like Aries energy, someone like authoritarian figure that you need to perhaps address or call out, because I did see the Queen of Swords in the deck over here, and then the Queen of Swords is coming up as your blockage, right? So that could be you having trouble communicating with this masculine. If you're the feminine, obviously reverse the roles if you need to. But I feel like there's a communication that needs to be had within the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords and the Empress and the Emperor. And that's the fear of the change here, because maybe what you're going to say is going to cause a shift that you're afraid of. Speaking your truth could be what you're scared to do. But Temperance is here. So she's here to tell you that whatever you decide to do, Virgo, Spirit has your back, because it's what's meant to happen. Have patience with yourself. If you're not ready to say it yet, don't. But at the end of the day, it's always better to express yourself than to hold it in, because you're just going to be stuck in this energy. Because then after the 8 of Swords is the 9 of Swords, and it just gets worse from there, right? It's just more anxiety and on top of anxiety, and we don't want to do that. But there is a change here that you're fearing regarding this masculine or a feminine, however it goes for you. And that change that you don't want to trigger could be the reason why you're so stuck. And I feel like it is this new beginning, right? With the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands over here. That's what you want. And maybe it's telling somebody that you want something different in the relationship or in the connection, or you're in life in general. And that's what you're afraid to express. But we did have truth at the bottom of the deck. So let's go back to that, okay? Let's remember that. But it needs to be expressed. You need to express your truth, Virgo. And it's all going to be healed. It's all going to be done right. But you need to get out of your head for sure. And then we have the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this change could be your wish fulfillment, but you could be fearing your own wishes, is what I feel. All right. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope that made sense, because I was even confused by it. Let's see what the fairies have to say. Yeah, look at that. Ask for help. Angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. Yeah, I feel like whatever you're going through, Virgo, it goes beyond the physical realm. You need to just go within, meditate, pray. Perhaps ask more spiritually inclined friends what they would do in a situation like this, but definitely ask for help and don't be afraid to do so. I feel like this problem could easily be resolved also by just asking for help, but because of your own pride and ego, you could be refraining from doing so. But it's better to do that than to, make it worse, to bottle it up. It's not a good feeling. All right, so... And then at the bottom of the deck, we have believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the Northern Lights says, you are a part of nature, so you are magical too. That's beautiful. All right, so that is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope it brought you some clarity and insight. If it did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so that others may receive this message as well. Please take care. I love you guys, and I'll see you in your next reading.